Good morning. Jumping into another Geoguessr tournament. NMPZ this time around. Curious to see what tier I'll be in. It'd be probably 2 or 3. Not my strongest mode, so might not do too well again, but I'm going to take a look and see. First tournament of the day. Not sure who's going to be playing, but again, I'll try my best and see what we can do. They just introduced clubs into Geoguessr now. I don't know if you get a chance if you're from Canada. Join Team Canada. If you just search for us, you'll find us pretty easily. But yeah, NMPZ is not my strongest mode for sure, but I'd like to get better at it. These tournaments are always fun regardless. I just hope I get a win out of it. Moving on to the second round will be enough for me. But who knows? Crazier things have happened, right? Got 30 seconds till the round starts. It's yesterday. Had a few winners from the not yesterday, I should say Friday. T. Henderson obviously was made an attempt on the Open. Unfortunately, didn't get too far, but still an incredible player. Good to see he's remaining active, but I'm sure we'll see him again next year. I don't think he's going to fall out from being one of the top in the world. So tournament's about to start here. Gonna join. Okay, so tier 3, it's a little better for me. Tier 2 is pretty tough. I'm going up first against someone in my friends list. That's it's always interesting. See who's playing the top tier today. I don't know. I don't see anybody that I recognize, to be honest. Okay, Lubeck, Canadian player, really good as well. Really, really good. So we got 15 seconds before the first round. We'll see how we do, but that's cool. Getting someone on my friends list for the first round, not too common. Go. Round 1 of 7. Okay, so we got a single yellow line. Looks like the sun is in the south. Can't quite make out that pole in the distance. Single line. I was kind of thinking this had a Brazil look to it. I'm not sure with the single line. It's definitely possible though. The dirty road. The fence kind of could be anywhere. See a can on the road there. I think I'm gonna just kind of stick kind of south here. Could be way off, but I don't really have anything else to go on. Okay, well, it was Brazil, but our region guesses were way off. Almost on the border to Peru in the state of Acre. Okay, here we go. This should be Mexico. Just where, you can tell by, it looks like a octagonal pole in the distance, and then we've got a bunch of these Mexican power meters. Just a quick look. That pole looks uncharacteristic, to be honest, for Mexico, but with that pole in the distance and these, I think we're pretty safe. Sun's also definitely in the northern hemisphere, or the sun, sorry, is in the southern hemisphere, so we're in the north. Just a matter of where. Doesn't look too far north. I'm probably going to just stick near Mexico City. We got palms there. The soil's still pretty dark. It's not too light, so I don't think we're on the peninsula there. I'm just going to stick with this one. Okay, not too far off. Looks like a little further away than our opponent here, but that's not too bad. I'll take that. Okay, we got, looks like some New Zealand bollards there. Don't see any meta that's going to really tell me where it is. Obviously pretty hilly. I think I'm going to have to kind of stay around the Blenheim area just to kind of cover all my bases. I don't really see anything stands out to me as far as region guessing here. I'm sure there's things, but if there are, I'm not aware of them. I don't see any fencing. See, you know what? There's some mountains pretty far in the north, so maybe I'm gonna hedge a little bit further south. But I don't. Nothing's jumping out at me here terribly to tell whether this is north or south. So I think I'm just gonna stick here. Okay, well that paid off because our opponent there was not anywhere close. Thank them for appreciating my guess there. Okay, we got green bottom with the blur here. I'm going to say this is Guatemala. Just try, maybe I can end the round here if they don't pick up on this. Maybe I'm off, but I'm pretty sure that's the blur for the Guatemala truck in the green. Okay, no, they were aware as well. They actually got the landscape guess better down by the coast where it's flatter. Okay, so this is Europe clearly. This coverage time of year looks like to be early spring. Makes me kind of think either Italy or Bulgaria. If I'm looking down, that front license plate looks pretty wide, so I don't think this is going to be Italy. I'm thinking more like Bulgaria, in between Bulgaria, Hungary, and Romania here. I think I'm going to kind of hedge over this way. See how that works. Okay, it was Serbia. I'm going to be a little bit closer. So we got 2 more rounds. Got to kind of hang on. I think maybe the strategy would just be to do some safe hedges here to make sure that I make it through. So with these trees, I'm pretty sure this is Italy with those type of trees. I mean, the road doesn't really tell, but those the buildings and those type of trees, I'm pretty sure you find in Italy there. Just looking for yeah, it looks like southern hemisphere for the sun. It's not easy to tell here. It's pretty high in the sky, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I'm kind of going to go middle of Italy because I think that's a pretty safe bet. And it was Portugal, but I'm a little bit closer. As long as I don't massively screw up on this round, we should be going to the second round. Okay, so this is going to be just Emirates, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think I'm going to lose here. I guess I don't see an antenna. We get a red there. Is there any clues? Just to make sure I don't completely screw this up. But I think even if it is Qatar or Oman, which I don't think it could be Oman, it could potentially be Qatar. Do I kind of hedge a little closer to Qatar? Just make sure I don't lose too many points. It was Qatar. The hedge paid off because I'm a little bit closer. So we'll move on to the next round. All right, not so bad. So a couple games still going on. Again, I'm happy to move on to the next round. I'll have to shoot a message to Kapaha there. Congratulate them on their good play. I know they're usually pretty good in the daily, so I think they're more of a moving player, to be honest. So these tournaments can be pretty difficult depending on the who you get put up against, but and I think generally their play is pretty similar to mine. Their level anyway of skill pretty similar to mine. So I get kind of lucky there. They missed the New Zealand round. Okay. Get round poles. This looks like Italy with the license plate, right? I'd say this is pretty far south by the look of it. With the cactus, I'd almost say this might be Sicily. I think it's a Sicily be a good hedge, just in case it's Sardinia, right? So I'm gonna kind of stick around there, see how that goes. Okay, it was in fact Sardinia. I was a little bit closer because I hedged a bit, so we'll take the first bit of points. Okay, here we go. This looks like very north in North America, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if we're gonna actually know the reflectors in the thing. It looks like we're probably south actually. I'm gonna have to say this looks like Argentina or Chile. I think we're pretty far south here. I think I'm gonna stick with kind of this area here. You can see the mountain on the west. Okay, it was even further down. Not bad. Okay, and now this question. This is okay. So we got this is gonna be Indonesia. I'd say by the pole there. I wish I knew this meta better. I think we're Kalimantan or Sulawesi. But if there was a little more info, it'd be helpful. I'm really not to be sure whether this is mainland or could. I know it's not down here, Jakarta or the Nusas, but it was mainland. So that was a good guess by our opponent there. Was not confident. Okay, well, we got a hole we've dug ourselves now, so okay, with these telephone or with this power line, makes me feel like this is potentially Philippines, but I guess it's got a Bangladesh vibe as well. I think that's where I go, just because of how new the coverage looks. And we were both on the same dot. Give him a wave. Certainly glad I didn't go to Philippines there. Okay, looking like Europe. I get back in Europe here. Looks like an electric fence on the left. We got some hills up ahead. I don't know if there's any reason I wouldn't try to just stick with Central Europe at this point. I'm gonna go Germany here. End up being a little bit closer, but that was not even close to where I expected. Obviously, it was kind of a different looking Norway brown, but okay. So we got 3 solid white lines. This is gonna be Ghana, I believe. I'm just gonna send quick. Maybe that was a mistake, but I was feeling with the sign, with the white road lines and the thing. Okay, yeah, it was Ghana. We were a little bit closer, so we're gonna have to do some significant damage here to make it onto the next round. Let's hope we get something I know. Wow. Okay, not ideal. Okay, so it looks like we're driving on the right here. Dusty, red. Can't quite tell where the sun is. I don't really see too much red soil in Mexico, but it's kind of got a Mexico feel to it. No, red soil, you don't see that there. This was a much smarter guess. And I think I did just realize as the round was ending that the sun was not, in fact, in the south. It was in the north. So good tournament. Again, I said I would hopefully just get through one round anyway, and I managed to do that. So I'll take it. I'll catch you everyone on the next video.